Inheritance Part 3. So what is multiple inheritance exactly? Well, multiple inheritance is when a class inherits directly from two or more other classes, and it should not be confused with multi-level inheritance. So here in this example of code we have 5 classes, which are A, B, C, D, and E. And with the class A, it is the base class and it has a super method called mode, which prints out I'm in class A. Now with class B and C, they both have single level inheritance where they're both directly inheriting from class A, and they both override the super method. So with class B it prints out I'm in class B, and then with class C it prints out I'm in class C. Now we'll skip over class D for a moment, and with class E it has multi-level inheritance, so it has a method resolution order of E and C, and then lastly the base class A. Now, when you're using the multiple inheritance, as can be seen here with the class D, you can see that it has 2 or more classes inside the parentheses here, which are B and C. And this brings up what's called the diamond problem. And the question arises, does class D inherit the mode method from class B or class C? So, if we just take a look at the codes that's just been pasted here, and we're going to be ignoring class E, just focusing on these 4 classes A to D. Now I'm going to add in some attributes here just to reinforce the example. So we'll have cat equals 9, and here we're going to have, let's say, dog equals 33, hedgehog equals, let's say, a float of 90, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll have for class C, rabbit equals, just say a list, 1, 2, 3, and hedgehog equals 1000. And we might add another method in a moment, but we'll just leave it at that. Okay, so now if we were to do d.mro for method resolution order, you can see that it's going from D, B, C, and A. Now, why doesn't it choose the other routes instead? So, for instance, why doesn't it go from D, C, B, and then A? Well, the reason being is because it's ignoring the class C and opting for the class B since that's in this order. If you were to swap the order rounds, C and B, run that, then you're going to get D, C, B, and then A. So D, C, B, and A, as you can see here. So let's say we wanted to do G equals D, run that, and now if we do G.tab, you can see I have the super method, which is mode, and I also have cat, dog, hedgehog, and rabbit. So let's just take a look at what we have for the outputs of the mode. Now it's going to be I'm in class C, as you can see here. And that's because the last class that D was inheriting from was C. And let's take a look also, G.tab, at the attributes here. So we have cat, dog, hedgehog, and rabbit. Now what's hedgehog going to be as the output here? Is it going to be 1000 or is it going to be the float here of 90, 1, 2, 3, 4? Well, of course, it's actually going to be the output of 1000, as you can see here. Alright, so let's say I was to change the order and do B and C, run that, and now we have what we had before originally, which was the method resolution of D, B, C, and A. Okay, and now this should be, of course, the float of 90.1234, and it should also be a class of I'm in class B. So I'm in class B and 90.1234. Alright, so that more or less explains the answer to whether or not we know which one the class D is inheriting from in terms of the attributes and also the methods as well. So let's say I was to put in another method. I'll put it in, let's say, class C. So I'll just put a very simple one of def, and we'll call this greet self. Hi there. Okay, run that. Then if I run this, and if we take a look, run this again, then g.tab, you can see that I have the greets method here. So even though I'm directly inheriting from class B, it's not actually the method greets inside of class B, it's actually in class C. So this is why multiple inheritance might be useful, because you're inheriting the methods class B, but you're also inheriting some of the methods that are in class C as well. Okay, and let's say I wanted to change the order, so we'll just do C and then B again. Run that. As you can see, we have D, C, B, and A for the method resolution order. Now if I was to just run this, then do g.tab, you can see I have the greet as well in there. So it makes no difference to the order, because greet only exists, the method greet only exists in the class C and not in the class B. And let's say I was to have, instead of it being a method, I'll just do another class attribute, and this time I'll have, let's say, I'll do rabbit equals 2000. Run that, and what I should get is, if I change the order, actually it should be defined this way. Run that again. It should still be just this list here. Run that, scroll down, and do g.rabbit. So I still get that list. Now if I swap the order rounds, do B and C, run that again, so you've got the method resolution order, D, B, C, and A. So I'm inheriting directly from B this time, so that means that the rabbit attribute is going to override the one in class C, so it should be 2000 as the output, as you can see here. Okay, so that concludes my lecture on explaining the multiple inheritance. I hope it's been insightful, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the Q&A. Thanks.